All right, what is up, guys? Those of you on YouTube who would not have received this message, unfortunately, this last stream a couple days ago, which was Wednesday, Twitch was down for quite a while, actually, for hours at a time. I went down before my stream started and stayed down during the beginning. I tried to see if Twitch was up. It is difficult for me to provide a quality video without also being on Twitch, even though YouTube, you guys obviously can view it whenever. It's different to not have people reacting to the gameplay footage. It's just a personal preference of mine. I felt that it would have been a worse quality video to not have other people asking questions or that potential, even though it's not guaranteed every time. So I decided just to let it go for the day. It is unfortunate to skip a video, but it happens. I tried to check into Twitch quite a little bit during the time it was down. I was hoping that, come 7 o'clock or so, I was like, okay, I'll wait. I'll keep checking in every couple minutes to see if it's back up. But it wasn't up by like 8 o'clock, and I was like, I'm already an hour in. I can't stay here hopeful that Twitch will be back up ready to record every 5 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, I had to move on. So instead, I practiced some Dota, just played off stream, some bot matches, just new heroes, stuff like that, just to get myself back in the swing of things. Did some research, so I should be ready to go today. So we're good. Twitch is up. Everything's fantastic. I don't even know if Twitch came back up that night. I think it did later, but it was far too late. So I apologize again. Stuff happens, But we adapt. We move on. And Dragonite makes his breathe fire sound suddenly without warning. It is what it is. I wish you could mute this. I think there's a setting to not enter this, actually, but I just feel compelled to leave it there because at least it looks nice. I don't know. Different preferences. But either way, glad to be back. Glad to be ready to play. I did a little practice match today. Did a little bit of you can't even see my bot matches, actually. I had a bot match. Oh, it's because I didn't finish. I quit a couple of these bot matches because the conclusion was already over. I didn't want to play anymore. I did one as Pudge, just to get my Pudge feeling today, right before stream. It was going well, but of course Pudge is no carry, so my bot team was not helping me out. It is what it is. But I still practiced some good hooks, some strategies, item builds, stuff like that. So I will be prepared for the worst. I am still waiting for the Dueling Fates update. I don't know when it's going to be. I'm assuming it's probably not going to be until the end of the Battle Pass, which is, mid-September? It's September now. It's crazy. August went by so fast. I'm assuming it's not going to be until after the Battle Pass is completely over, but you never know, realistically speaking. And I'm really excited because I would love to see those two new heroes and whatever other changes they bring. Balance patches, terrain changes, stuff like that. Because there's definitely some fine adjustments I'd love to see come to Dota. One of them being pathing. Now, I know they don't need a big patch to fix pathing, but pathing is not ideal in Dota right now. I wish they could find a way to fix those small little things where heroes walk back and forth. If you can't go to an area at all, I wish the hero would just stop. You know what I mean? I don't know anything about them, but have they released any details? To my understanding, they haven't, but I'm sure that there's been leaks about assumed things on the heroes. I haven't really been looking. I'm just waiting patiently to see what actually happens, because those leaks aren't even always accurate. Sometimes you see things and it's like, oh, they're going to be this kind of hero, and they're just not. But I guess Monkey King was the first unique hero to Dota 2, so I guess there's not a lot of examples of it. A lot of speculation on Monkey King, though, when he was coming out. Different things he might have. Like his illusions carrying, obviously, his... they're not unique attack modifiers anymore, but unique attack modifiers like Bash and all that stuff, which they do, which is funny. Well, they did until they nerfed the Basher thing, but they did used to carry Bash and all that. So that was interesting. Definitely, Monkey King's definitely not exactly how I expected him to be, but he's good. Good hero. I don't see him a lot anymore. People don't really like to play him. I'm still on this anti-Venomancer kick. I just don't want to see it anymore. I'm sick of it. It just irritates me to no end. Who is my daily? Am I blind? Oh, there it is. I'm dying. Yeah, I did hear the names got leaked back as soon as it came out, but I'm worrying about like statistics. I'm sure it's an int and agility hero. Even though the armadillo looks kind of strengthish, I think it's an agility hero. So agility and int hero is as much as I can assume. I'm assuming it's ranged and melee. Just makes sense based on the itemization. I don't really have any other guesses. I don't think I'm qualified to assume anything about it. Sniper mid is not my my favorite there. The good thing about anti-mage against Bloodseeker, and the only good thing, is Ags. It's great. But still not ideal. Who's better? Jug's actually not too bad. Let's see if I have to pick my carry. I'm not going to lose money for it. I'm very irritated this guy didn't pick, but whatever. Alright. There might be a comic. As far as Radiant and Dire, I would definitely assume the fairy's Dire based off the characterization that I saw in that video. I just feel like it's more Dire, but it's hard to tell. I'm not too worried about it being Radiant Dire. It's a very irrelevant thing. It doesn't affect anything in gameplay whatsoever. It's all lore based, but some people are into that, so I can understand. So how I'm feeling about this matchup is that Jug is actually pretty strong against Necro. I can't hurt Necro a lot, but Necro can't hurt me. All I need to do is Blade Fury, and I don't take any damage from his ult. So I can really screw up his capabilities. And also, once he uses his ghosting ability, you know, it's on cooldown for 16 seconds at its lower level, so I can just ult freely. As soon as it's down, I'm good to go. Bloodseeker, I can ult while Ruptured. That doesn't affect me, so as long as I'm not silenced, which is a concern, I'm fine. So the plan you do then is, if I remember correctly, his silence doesn't pierce, right? No, it does not pierce. It's also dispellable. So if you see it coming and you're already Ruptured, the plan is, since this takes 3 seconds to complete, and this lasts for 5, if you really want to get that ult off and they don't have any other silences, you immediately Blade Fury and stand still. The silence will go off, it won't hit you, you'll have 2 seconds left to Blade Fury, he'll be hitting you, and then 2 seconds, you're good, you ult, because the silence wouldn't have taken effect. So that's might be a plan that I'm going to follow through with. It depends, though. If Clink spies a Orchid, then I might not be able to have that option. I might have to wait it out. It depends. It's a very iffy situation. We'll see. I'm not liking this right now. Lion's good against Blood. Lion's okay against Clinks, except the later silence is not good for him. He doesn't like to build Eels very much, which could be a problem. What is up, Empro Bison? Welcome. I'm glad you're here relatively early today. You are going to see us from the first game. Do a Smelfie? I should have done a Smelfie. If only. I'm feeling that Lion is okay here. Storm is going to make him suffer immensely because of his low HP. Necro is going to make him suffer because of his low HP, and Clinks is going to silence him, which is going to be a big problem. Sniper's awful. Sniper gets so hard countered by Storm, somewhat Bloodseeker, Clinks. It's just terrible. Sand King's actually really good here. He can just throw a huge cog in killing orcs. I don't know. Are there a lot of orcs in this game? How many orcs are there? There's a troll. Are there any orcs in Dota? I feel like there aren't. There must be at least one, but I would kill that orc, whoever it happens to be. But other than that, no thank you. So they have a couple ranged heroes, so I'm going to go ahead and just finish off the poor man's shield. I feel like it's a safe option. Now it's especially safe. So he's going to get killed. He's really good at hitting the low health heroes, especially with the damage amp that could be on somebody. He's also good at catching Storm if he hits him. Tiny's really good at catching Storm if he hits him. Really good at blowing up Bloodseeker if Bloodseeker decides to Blood Rage. Good at blowing up Wind, actually, because she can't be immune to that stuff. Necro v Ghost, so this is actually really good, too. I like both of these picks. Sniper, I'm not really a big fan of. Lion's fine. I think we have a chance. Pipe game. Yeah, probably. We probably need a pipe on somebody. Not for me, of course, but we probably need it. Storm has a lot of magic damage. A lot of magic damage with the power shot, and if she buys a Maelstrom, which she probably will. For Necro, of course. And Clinks will have the magic damage from Orchid. which seems minimal, but it counts. I don't think Axe is an orc. I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't know if anything specifies on it. I don't feel like he is. I'll bet points. I will not double down. I don't have a streak, so that's fine. Good luck, have fun. We're all positive here. There's almost no reason to take anything but Blade Fury. So I'm fine with that. It's especially strong because if Necro tries to contest or Storm tries to contest, I could really help myself. Good. Somebody on their team's nice too. He's a man-bear pig. He kind of is a man-bear pig. I would support that. Axe is a man-bear pig. It's monstrous. I'm a little bit scared that Lion's not down here. I was gonna say take your time. He's coming. They probably could kill somebody if Sand King hadn't taken stun and Lion was still there, but that could have worked. Taunt with good luck, have fun. People taunt with GG. That absolutely is taunted with. You say GG right at the beginning. That's actually a big thing. That's a Necro. I'm not going on that. He's trying to ward, so at least they're seeing him. So hopefully one of them will decide to deward. It should be Lion, but if Tiny does it, cool on him. Tiny's actually really strong right now, thanks to the buff to his range with Ags. I hope that we get to that point, because that will be monstrous. Because he has a cleave, and he attacks from a mile away as a melee hero. He can do a lot of damage. Do you actually need the knowledge on Clinks? I will gladly play Clinks game. He fits a lot of team comps. Sure. I'll teach you everything there is to know about Clinks. As long as the matchups do go well. I won't play it if I'm just going to lose. The transition can be rough, but it basically, you kill if somebody's close to you, meaning like the next lane over. You wouldn't go across the map probably. Early level if they don't have escapes. So if you're facing like a sniper, you might as well go over there and help out whoever the lane is. Because you should be able to get that kill, within all reason. Other than that, you need items. So it depends what you're going for. If you're going for early Orchid, you probably wouldn't bother. He has a bunch of healing, this guy. He's smart. This is exactly how Necro should play this offlane. You get so much healing that you can just always stand back and gain experience. But Clinks, you just have to go around, try to get an Orchid as early as possible usually, and then go for whatever hero is the squishiest. And you just kill whenever there's somebody close enough and not push to their tower, and if they're not, you farm. And if they're really all ready to team fight, you're not a great team fighter, you just go push. Yeah, safe lane. 2 jungles. I'm at the lane closest, and if you're in bottom lane, you could gank mid. It's close enough that it's worth your time. I wouldn't go all the way top. TPing in is too telling of where you're going. With Clinks, they're going to know how to react to you. If you're in mid, you can go anyway. But you can go mid if you're a safe lane Clinks with little investment. You can grab a bounty rune on the way, for example. That's also a good way to get easy money. You just take yourself as Clinks. Bye, Necro. That was a huge falling for him. It'd be a little easier just to show decision making, but basically, if you can kill, you should. If you can't, don't. Like, don't push it. Clinks doesn't need to. You don't need to push it in that case. Diffusal's really strong here against Necro. If I can get a couple hits off of him not having mana is disastrous for him. Wind Ranger being here is going to make this a lot harder, but it's also going to stunt Necro's levels dramatically. It's true though. You just have to really take care to realize your limitations as Clinks. Know how much damage you do. Know how much mana you have, because let's just be clear, his Q is really expensive, and his Searing Arrows are obviously cost per use. And always have Invis ready. That's another tip too. If you're ever going to gank, don't be that guy who invises, runs in, and attacks. Be the guy who invises, waits so your invis is almost ready again, and then attack. That way, at any point, you can back off. You'll never find yourself being in a really bad situation, unless they have a bunch of detection and catch, if you have invis ready to go. It increases your movement speed. Obviously, it's an invis. It's just a good thing to have. The movement speed is key. It's why his invis is better than almost everybody's in the game. Nyx is being a close competitor. One other thing you have to do is you have to really determine when it's correct to buy a Deso versus buying fighting items. It's the entire question about, are you going to do a split push Clinks or not? And sometimes it is the wrong option. Like, I would say in this game, it would be the wrong option if I was Clinks. Do not go split push build. You will not live. You will die every time because Bloodseeker will show up. He'll always be there for you. And if he's not there, then Storm Spirit will be there for you. That was unfortunate. That was a good toss by Tiny, but I wasn't ready for it. Good thing I'm getting a lot of free farm here. I'm getting very powerful, just taking advantage of their precarious position. We're not getting a ton of kills, we only have one. But they are losing out on experience right now. They're not in range. And this is dramatic for them. Dramatic for us. It'll be hard for them to keep up with me once I hit 6. I'm taking the aggro. It's the best I can do in this case. I was just there in case people tried to move on him, so that I would have an option to basically say, look, like, are you willing to take the entirety of my Blade Fury? I lost a little bit of farm for it, but I would say it's worth it to kill Necro. He's going to be one of the competitors as we go on that's going to be very dangerous. Wind Ranger gets dangerous too, but it's different. I'm just going to use this Tango now. I might as well. I don't want to find myself in a precarious position where I'm being, attacked by 2 people suddenly, and I'm at less than my maximum health. So, since it'll be effective, I might as well just pop some healing right off the bat. This is a level 3 Necro, and I'm almost level 6. This bodes very well. Ah, crud. He still has a lot of healing, actually. I don't know if he's been able to take his ghosting capability. Because of that, I'm ready to attack as soon as their wave is gone. The thing is, I only have 3 hits, and I don't want any of them to be on creeps. Ah, oh, that hit. That's all that had to happen, is that one hit. He did have it, unfortunately. Very sad. I risked a lot there. I should have hit him once more before I started that. Oops. Necrophos is missing. He's probably shrining up or leaving. Whichever one. Oh, Evil Hamster is hosting me. Thank you, Evil Hamster. I always appreciate that. And Evil Hamster ENT. There you are. That's what I thought the sound was the host. I always love being hosted, by the way. Much appreciation to anybody who hosts me. What, the rip? Yeah, it was bad. Hosting. People can send all the people who watch their channel straight to my channel. I like your Squirtle, emote, I guess I'd call it. I thought the lion was the courier. I had no idea what he was bringing me, but I was like, lion, you're, you know, the courier. Thank you for bringing me items. I was so excited. I was like, I wonder what I'm going to get. Ooh. Blocking, blocking, blocking. Alright, that's it. That's as far as that goes. What'd you miss? You missed me being super greedy and dying for it. It was pretty bad. I deserved it. I need to get level 8 so I can get my healing ward. I'm in a very bad position here. Yeah, I almost got it though. He had like 15 health. So I was almost to the point where I was accurate there. That's the thing too. You'll see pros do a lot of things where they end with like 50 health because they calculate it. I almost did that and it would have been very impressive. Dota is like one of the most tilting games in the world. It's so irritating, but... Woo! I saw him on the minimap. Goodbye. That was scary. But I was greedy. Yeah, that's true. Most of my terrible ones. I mean, so responding to Evil Hamster just so we're clear, because there's a lot of stuff going on right now. Pubs are frustrating, but you just have to still be invested, but don't be invested in winning. Be invested in improving, because then even if you lose, you hopefully can say, at least I've learned a lesson from this, and then every game is great. Now, granted, that's a hard mindset to take. It's taken me many years of playing Dota to do that. But it is something valuable if you can take it away. Oh, his friend's gone. Hi, Clinks. Is this worth it to you? Do you have invis up, my friend? I hope so. You will not win this. Okay. That was so good. Improving my winning. Yeah, it's hard. You have to really practice caring more about the improvement than the winning, but they come together. If you focus on just being better and saying, you know, screw my teammates, they did what they could, even if it wasn't ideal, we'll work through it, you will win games. I try to say to my teammates stuff that, you know, might be beneficial to us as a team, but I let it go. If they don't want to do it, that's fine. I actually don't talk to my teammates as much as I should, to be honest with you, but just little things, you know, don't care. It's not worth it. It's not worth getting frustrated over. Dota's a lot more fun when everybody in the game is just nice. Like, hey, you know, we're having a good time, even if we lose. That's why playing with your friends is also a good way to get through pubs. It's never worth it. She gets slower than me, right? No. That's unfortunate. Not worth it. Oh, money. I think Lynx is here. Ooh, free money. And free health and mana. He interrupted me. I'm very sad. They are. They're acting like teenagers. Like young teenagers, you know, angsty teenagers. Because not all teenagers are like that, granted. Some teenagers are very nice and polite. But they're just not acting in a way that's really going to benefit you to feed into. You know, there's no winning in a flame war. If you think that you're winning or losing, then you're investing too much in it. Oh, that money. Beautiful. The team's gathering together to push. I actually really appreciate that. It's the right option here. Hell, what level sniper? 11. Nice. Well, I wouldn't say all. It's a little bit of stereotyping there. But either way, just try to play your... I'm not going to feed into that. Lynx is outside the range now. It's not worth me getting invested. I mean, that's actually an okay mindset to take. Woo! That was a fun ride. I did mean to take my heal earlier, and I feel bad. I don't blame him. I'm just gonna farm for my my defusal and my heal. 10 out of 10 would steal. I mean, it's true. A lot of people don't care about your problems, so don't bother sharing them. You're opening yourself up to more hate if you actually invest yourself in anything. Anything that involves somebody else who you don't know personally. Share your problems with your family and friends. Dota is not the place, neither is any online gaming community. Truthfully, because as you said, nobody cares. Or they'll pretend that they're glad. I don't think they're actually glad. Most people really aren't. They don't care enough to be glad, but they'll pretend just to irritate you. In this particular matchup, I think that Ags would be an unwise investment. I do think that I need a Manta, though, because I'm going to be silenced. This is a good game of Manta. There's going to be silences all over the place, and I don't want that. Storm is kind of low on mana. Unfortunately, Lion doesn't have enough to set me up here. Wind Ranger can also avoid my stuff. Oh, apparently not. I guess you can't miss. That's the power of a Diffusal Blade, my friends. That's why it's way better than Manta Early. What would Manta Early have done for me there? The answer, by the way, if you're working towards it in your head, is nothing. It would give me slight move speed and slight damage. Which would not have been enough to catch the Wind Ranger. This also gives me damage, attack speed, all that good stuff, but that ability to purge enemies is huge. Also cheaper. By a little bit. Wowzers. Pierces, that was a problem. If I was faster, I might have lived. I wasn't sure what to do. I was trying to calculate, and that was a mistake. I should have just let it go. I should have just left and not thought about it. Bad plays. He's got a Midas. He's been getting away with it, too. They're ganking together, but... Sand King couldn't have possibly predicted where Tiny was going to throw him, but that would have been so nice. Sad. Sad, sad day when you miss out on a kill like that. Clinks is worth a lot right now. He's been doing relatively well. I don't mind letting Lion have that. BS has Yules, that's interesting. The good news on that front is that I don't care. Doesn't affect me very much. The only thing he can do is if he has amazing timing, he can set me up for a silence that I can't get out of. But I'm going to have a Manta just for that reason. They're ganking us 4. This is a huge problem. I couldn't even TP'd out of that. That would never have worked. This is a very huge issue we're having. I'm getting ruptured every time. I might actually need to have a Lincoln's, to be honest. It seems a little ridiculous on a Jug, but it might be the only option. But they have a lot. I mean, they have a lot of targeted abilities. It's not going to stop the rupture. It's going to stop something stupid. As much as Shackle Shot's a good stun, I don't care about being shackled. Like, what does it mean to me, you know? That's not a bad ult, actually. It's accomplishing a goal, which is to weaken Wind Ranger, because the sniper can see Wind Ranger is kind of setting up to fight somebody up top. The problem now is that we just don't have the levels. The only person who has low levels in their team is Necro. We don't have a big advantage there, and we're gonna definitely need that. We're going to have to wait a while until it really becomes relevant. By the way, I hate Sniper for buying a Mask of Madness. It's awful. It's going to set him up for so much pain. I see Storm, I see Bloodseeker, so I'm a little bit safe going up here. Wowzers. I'm gonna have to back up in a second. I don't know why they're fighting there. Alright, they killed Mr. Pickles. That's the Clinks' name, so that's nice. I'm just gonna split push in lieu of helping them. I just don't think it was ever a good fight. They managed to salvage something, but I don't think it would have gone significantly better if I was there. I'm not really that dangerous right now. Right, you never get the chance to use lifesteal in a meaningful way. If they catch you enough to do damage, you're dead. Now, Mask of Madness is mostly for the attack speed, but there are other ways to get attack speed that are less dangerous, honestly. Buy a Maelstrom. That would be a good item. Well, at least I did damage. I didn't see Klings coming. I don't know if he came down here or through the jungle, but it's very painful to die repeatedly in this way. I wish that Storm had, like, gone away, been greedy, because then Klings would have died to my ult. Unfortunately, that's just not the case. I probably should be carrying Dust myself, to be honest. I'm so broke. I can't even catch up to this fight going on right now. Nice. See, I want to be there to fight, but like too little too late, you know what I mean? I wasn't even there in time. Our Sand is like really aggressive. Like, geez. He's got 4 levels on me. I wish he wasn't standing next to me. I'm just losing. That worked out surprisingly well. I'll take this invis rune and try to come back. I came back, I mattered. I can't even, every time. I can't, I have nothing. Tyson. Help. I'm glad I died to blood instead of Storm. I should have backed originally. That's why I didn't want to go in there, but... No, Storm! Oh, that's so unfortunate someone has Guardian Greaves or Mech. Who has it? This game is not going like it should be. We're actually similar farm, but it's spread in weird ways. The wrong ways, actually, to be honest. Like, we have bad farm on me now. I've just been falling behind progressively because I keep dying in these fights, you know? I managed to do pretty well in the fight around our shrine, but that's the only good fight I've been a part of. I have no levels either. I'm level 14. I'm the second lowest level on the team. Is that really where they're going? Fine. Here I am. Not going alone. Not for me, it's for my good friend Sniper. He's stronger, I'll just admit it, so that's fine. But I came in there and I mattered, yet again. I did a lot of damage to their team suddenly. We were able to monopolize thanks to Sniper Shrapnel. That was an appropriate use of Shrapnel to get vision somewhere you don't have vision. Allow me to jump without going through the mouth of the Roche Pit. You do not ever want to run through the mouth of the Roche Pit if you don't know where their team is. Like, who's standing where. You're asking to die. Stand next to Lion, giving him some of that sweet, sweet healing. I'll gladly hit Clinks with this Diffusal as soon as he walks into this range, if he's gonna walk into this range. Ooh, mana. I'm with Sniper just in case Sniper gets jumped. This is a very important kind of positional thing. If Sniper is attacked without any warning, then he's screwed. We just gained a huge advantage. We still have a tier 1 tower. I tried to get that down faster. I was not able. Okie dokie. I agree with his assertion of the situation. It is not going to go well if we get into a fight. Oh, that was Storm. We should probably cut our losses here, but we're not going to. I feel a little bit iffy about the whole situation. If Clinks was dusted, I would feel very comfortable about... If he reveals, I know he doesn't have Invis. Following the courier. Now he might have Invis. I have no more promise of that. He dead, though. This is not a bad situation to be in. We're actually pretty strong now. We just got a lot of money from that team fight, elongated team fight. So I'm actually pretty happy. I think next I might want to get that's hard to say. An MKB could help me against Wind Ranger. A Basher could be nice, though. It's a cheap item that really helps you fight more. But a Scotty could be nice, too. Just for the tankiness aspect. Hard to say. I think a Basher will be nice, because they're probably going to end up buying BKBs, and Basher's like the anti-BKB. Abyssal Blade's actually the anti-BKB, but... I lasted a while. That's actually not so bad in the you know, scheme of things. I managed to kill Bloodseeker first and set us up for a little bit of a fight. Now, if the fight doesn't continue to go well, we might be having a problem. Sniper wasn't there, and that was our main issue. I'm always getting ruptured, and it's really screwing me over. I do have Manta now, though, so I'm a little bit stronger. My Manta Illusions can help us push, too. They're pretty good at it. Just helping. If he doesn't want to take it, that's fine. I just thought it would benefit him to, you know, have the extra levels right now. He's a pretty low level. Are we fighting? Ah. There's Omni Slash. I'll be there in time, so we just have to push, I think. I avoided it by manting. This is a out situation. I don't have enough mana, unfortunately, so I'm dead. I'm dead as a door now. I shouldn't have Blade Fury. I should have gone for the risky TP instead. They wouldn't have caught me. I wish we'd done more damage to this tower too. We're about to lose our tower. Sniper's actually well fed, like well farmed, you know what I mean? He has items, but he's not where he needs to be. I wasn't where I needed to be in the early game, and now he's not where he needs to be in the late game, and it's really hurting us. Good thing they're afraid. This tower is pushing right now, though, which is pretty scary. That's true, we can't. He's actually not very good at pushing Storm Spirit. He can clear waves, that's all he has. This guy's always in caps. Guy has plenty of mana. That's not worth it. TP won't yield anything. Because even if you run into me, he'll still have mana. This is a really hard situation to be in. This is the situation where you'll probably find yourself in a lot of lower MMR games, where you're doing everything you can, but the fights just don't seem to be going in your favor generally, and even when they do, you don't make anything of it. This is when you need to group up as 5, or split push if you have the capability. It's not really good this game, but if the game was a little different, split push. And just make stuff happen, you know, force it. I kind of want Clinks to come near me, because I can mant off the silence, immediately dust him, and then ult. And I could probably kill Clinks that way. I don't think he has enough health. Try and give him those dang books. Hope he sees them. If he doesn't use them, I'm going to be really frustrated. Yep, there it is. Okay, cool. Because we could use Tiny with higher levels, you know? Use them. I actually dislike this Tiny just solely for this entire endeavor with the tomes. He needs to use them. If he used them back when I originally bought them for him, he would have been stronger and we might have done better in some of those fights. It's very frustrating. Alright, I'll have a a Basher soon. That'll help me a lot. That's true. He needs his mana. I don't know why he said that suddenly, but... He denied. Why are we fighting? No buyback for this guy. I was just trying to do what I could to purge him for a second, just to set up some potential kills, but it's not going to happen. So, like, we pushed into them for no reason at all, and that's what we get for it. That's a terrible decision. Whoever decided let's attack them during Roche without the whole team there is the one responsible for what just happened. My team's taking bad fights, and that's why, even though we take some good fights, we're not doing very well. It's because they're able to take advantage of us running into them, ridiculously so. And it's causing a huge problem for us. It's very frustrating. This Ags is really bothersome. We have to defend high ground, to be honest. We can't afford to do anything else. I don't know where we're going. We might be able to catch somebody in theory. That was really nice. Courier and Bloodseeker, that's huge. That's a lot of money for us. Alright, I gotta go catch up with Sniper because he's risky right now. If Blood tried to come over, that would be a big problem. We really can't afford Bloodseeker to... Not Blood, sorry, Storm or Klings to show up and kill Sniper. We do see Storm bottom. We have to be very careful here. This could go terribly in an instant. See, now he has a Maelstrom, so why does he have both, right? How long does this last? 25 seconds? It's not a bad game, let's put it down now. Alright, that was enough to actually make them, you know, do that, which is interesting. Alrighty, I have my Basher. I'm a little stronger now. I'm guessing that buying an Abyssal Blade is really the only good option right now. We need better lockdown on a lot of their heroes, and there is a BKB on what I thought was Clinks. I got some health from the Skull Basher, which is something good. Tiny does have his last level of grow, which makes him a lot better. He just got his... Oh, okay. I see. It's not his Lincolns, so... That's the end of that. Bloodseeker ran like a coward. I'll let it go.
Brutal, savage, ranked.
Waiting for them to actually acknowledge that we're going that way. Got an acknowledgement from Tiny, which is something. Sniper's level 25. He doesn't need that. Nice.
Brutal, savage, ranked.
At least I could do something during that. I've been pushing the wave. I got that whole wave off, so now we're much closer to taking the tower, which is exactly what we need right now. We're missing a tower so that our shrines are vulnerable. We need to make their shrines vulnerable too. The bash. I'm setting him up for success here. I don't have anything that can really help. I'm trying to wait to help the sniper out. Don't have enough mana for TP as per usual. I'll just save for the buyback. I don't really care. We did some damage to them, but we did not manage to take this tower yet again. It's because of a really bad fight. It just didn't go the way it was supposed to go. Sniper survived, but everybody else just kind of died like flies at the beginning. We did really take a lot out of them, though. You know, we took a lot of their HP and stuff, so it's going to take some time for them to really get rolling again. The problem is I'm not going to have my Omni Slash until after my time expires. As much as I could buy back, I won't have my Omni. That's not safe. What did I... Just said play safe, and we get an aggressive Lion and Sand King. These guys are killing me right now. This is rough. At this point, we need a really, really good fight. So Sniper needs... He has an MKB that's really nice. He's going to finish his Mjolnir next. Yeah, he'll have a Mjolnir, which is cool. Sniper could use a BKB. It wouldn't be terrible. It's not the best either. I think Sniper might be better getting a Butterfly or something. Same thing, just an illusion, but it's an illusion worth golden experience, so I'll take it. I really wanted that, but it wasn't worth the what I'd get for it. I need to get levels. I am not smoked. I was not in that smoke. Sniper is not in that smoke either. This last range is like really close. So they know we're up here, so there's no reason to rush now. It's probably dangerous. She did not do when run grants invisibility, which she probably should have. There is a Clinks, but the thing is, it would interrupt my ult. Alright, as soon as I saw that popped, I know he's probably trying to make a move, so I'll just back up. We're trying to make a move on him, not the other way around. Looks like he's building a heart. Get a little bit of a health boost from this, which will be nice. One more fight and I'll have a Vanguard, which will kind of help me mitigate the damage from Clinks and all that, but mostly I'm just in it for the end of this blade because I need to stun. Both these guys can throw off my ult easily, so I don't really want to target them. That was worth it to me. I want to help Tiny. I protected Tiny, and that to me was worth it. Not gonna send the courier, it's no point. It's just risking something that I don't need. Alright, so I can sell this now. It's not worth anything to me. Vanguard does help me tank up quite a bit. Still in a rough spot here, but... Buyback's still on cooldown anyway. I don't have nearly enough money, so I might as well just finish the episode when I get the chance. It'll give me some... Actually, it doesn't give you any extra stats. I didn't realize that. Does the bash damage go up? Nope. It's literally just buying the recipe for the sake of getting combined item slots and that reliable stun. So that's not so bad. He's going to be really greedy. This Storm is going to just go crazy on us because he knows he can't afford to. I'm going to try to get my 20 agility because the Blade Fury is not often really doing damage to many people because they don't care. So just going to try to take advantage of this shared experience here. Wind is like the least scary person, so I don't want to waste an ult on her, but if I can kill one of their teammates, as far as damage is concerned, stuns and stuff, it does set us up for a better fight. So it's somewhat difficult to determine exactly what to do in that case. Oof. That was rough. At this point, probably Scotty is the right option. We actually did pretty good at defending. They did take a tower, but we didn't lose any racks. We did lose the bottom racks, actually. That's sad. We lost bottom racks, which is bad, but we got some kills, and we just got Aegis off Storm. I'm coming over there now to try to monopolize on the end of this battle, but I don't know if it's going to work. I'll give Sand King some serious HP. Now I have the 20 agility. At the beginning of the fight, but still. I do a lot more damage, I farm faster. The attack speed's huge too, just because I have a bash chance. Always something to look out for. I have to stick by Sniper now. I'm gonna stick to him like glue. So, Sniper's gonna do so much damage now. And this might save the game. It's a really risky strategy, and I guess I'm not against it because we're having a tougher time coming back. Because Storm, Blood, Wind Ranger, Clinks, and even Necro sometimes are gonna come online as, you know, partially carries. I'm just staying next to Sniper. I'm trying to ensure that he's safe. We got blood for it, so that's not so bad. I'm basically like his bodyguard now, as much as I'm a carry too. It's just not worth losing a rapier over. Hopefully at some point we'll be able to Jeez. At some point we should be able to push. Yeah, that's what I was going for. I really lost my train of thought there. No bashes. Ha ha ha. Jeez. I wanna... I don't have buyback. It's over. That's the end of the game there. I don't know how Sniper died so fast. He did? I didn't even know he had a fusel blade. We're talking about Clinks, I imagine. That's so ridiculous. It's over, though. That's unfortunate, because that game took 59 minutes so far. Not very helpful. I wish that I didn't ult Wind Ranger. It was a bad start of the fight. If I hadn't done that, we might have been able to do something a little bit more in that fight. But I have my doubts that we're going to win regardless. We were just very behind. Try to look at some of the things here. So net worth. I actually wasn't as far behind Sniper as I thought I was. I was about the same as Sanking. So I was up there, but not a lot of farm. And I know that. The problem was even Sniper, which he lost his Divine Rapier. So I guess you could say that he had, you know, like 6,000 more. So he should have had 26,000, even with the 26,000, and take his 6,000 away, he's at 34. So he was still 8,000 behind their strong person, and only equal to the Bloodseeker and the Clinks, roughly, which was a problem. That's because the game was just rough for us most of the time. We were kind of even for a while, but it really didn't pan out that way. So I was in the higher amount of net worth up until about 30 minutes, and I kind of just became middling. Unfortunate. Sniper was doing relatively well, but he wasn't keeping up with Storm. Storm just had so much more money, which surprises me, to be honest with you. But he was doing relatively well. Sand King actually had a lot of farm. He was doing a good job of keeping money on himself, which was helpful. Why we lost? I might have bought something other than a Basher, maybe an early tanky item or something else. But I definitely think it was a way to handle the BKBs they were buying. I don't know, it's hard. It's a hard decision there. I'm not sure if that was the right option. Tiny, I support pretty much everything he bought. That's fine. Sand King bought a Veil, and I don't love it. It's not terrible, but I definitely don't love it because it only buffs himself, Lion, and Tiny, and none of them are the carries. Especially the way Tiny was playing, he was a support Tiny. It's not really helping the carries in the team. If we had magic carries, that might be better, but it just doesn't really do much for the carries. So I'm a little bit skeptical on that. A Lincoln's, I guess, is okay. A Heart's really greedy. I don't really think he needed a Heart. I wish we had a different supportish item than that. I don't like it. Lion's fine. He bought the red items. I mean, I'm going to start queuing, but I think one of the main reasons that we lost is the way we played. We took a lot of dumb fights that we really shouldn't have taken. I put that partially on my team, but I could have been there too anyway and just fought them regardless. When they started fights and people weren't all there, like Sniper wouldn't be there, I wouldn't be there, whatever. Those are bad fights, and we took them. They didn't attack us. We went after them, and it was a very big mistake. In addition to that, Sniper's just a very bad pick here, as I said right from the beginning. Even if he plays well, because he played relatively well, he just never came online. He was never going to come online enough. By the way, damage I didn't really note. So me and Sanking did about the same, which is sad for me because I'm a carry, but Sanking got some really good ults off, so I'm not surprised. Sniper did like all the damage. But it doesn't matter, you know, Sniper is never going to be the carry that's going to bring us there because they're always going to jump on him, and it doesn't matter. He didn't have a BKB like he should have. He bought a greedy Mask of Madness, which made him take more damage and die more than he should have. It was just a bad setup. And I think that he is at fault for buying the Mask of Madness. I didn't even talk about Sniper's items, did I? Mask was dumb. He could have bought anything else earlier, like a Maelstrom. This is fine, but then I would have immediately, instead of upgrading Mjolnir, I would have bought a BKB. Would have helped him a lot. I don't know why he didn't, but it was a mistake. Sniper was never going to be a great matchup here. I'm kind of not a great matchup either. I picked Jug first, so I'm not going to really take a lot of responsibility for that. I had to, because we actually, Tiny was first. I was second on the team, because you know, Sand King and Lion wouldn't pick. So I'm not going to really take responsibility for how I was countered because I had to pick so we didn't lose money, but Storm is really good against me because he can throw off my ult. Windrage is good because he can throw off my ult. Clinks is good because he can throw off my ult. Necro's good because he can throw off my ult. You know, I'm quadruple countered on them. I'm very strong against Blood, though. I'm quadruple countered. I'm strong against Blood only in fights. I'm not strong otherwise because his ult ruins me. I can't run away. It's not terrible, but it's just not good. But I just got countered like crazy, and Sniper picked into bad counters for himself. We lost on that. Honestly, if I hadn't picked Jug so early and had looked at them, I might have picked better heroes to fit the matchup. Jug was not the hero to play there. I was quite aware of that as soon as they started picking those heroes. But 4 heroes counter my ult. It was just not the right pick. You know, that it's just, you don't pick into stuff like that. As much as I didn't start the pick, I mean, I didn't respond to their picks. I should have probably waited and let us lose a little bit of money and made somebody else pick, because that's why your carries pick second. You know what I mean? If your carries pick first, this is what they do. They pick Jug or somebody else who's relatively a safe hero. And then even if it wasn't intentional, I don't know if they did it on purpose or not, they just counter you all the way. So now I'm useless. And as much as our, you know, support, like Sand King, for example, like, oh, good pick, Sand King. He's not a carry. It's never going to pan out like, oh, great, good thing we have Sand King as a, you know, a good counter to them. It's not going to work that way. If their carries counter our carries, we lose the game. That's why carries are supposed to be so important. Now, granted, the playing is important for supports to get wards up and to respond to ganks and stuff, but in the end of the game, if it gets long enough, especially a 59-minute game, if their carries counter your carries, you lose. Me and Sniper were both countered, we lose. It's something you have to accept. It's very disheartening, but that's life. But you learn a lesson. Supports pick first. I hope they learned that lesson. Despite the fact that I'm kind of sick of seeing Blood too, I would actually rather that than have a Bloodseeker. Ouch, you are not Vani. Nope, none of the same people. Good. I'd rather roam than support, but I'm not sure who I'd roam as. Bounty Hunter's a pretty good roamer against a Shadow Shaman because you just shuriken him as soon as he tries to channel on somebody. Yellow is a support here, but I guess I'm gonna have to end up picking it. Okay. I might pick Pudge or something instead because he can actually be better against Shadow Shaman. Pulling him out of position is disastrous if their next pick fits the Pudge better. I'm not sure though. Bounty Hunter versus Medusa. I think Bounty's better. Probably. Alright. I would have picked Clinks, by the way, but number one, I don't even know. Yeah, Emperor Bison left anyway, which I kind of didn't even realize until just now looking backwards. So it wouldn't really help him, but also it just isn't right for this match. I don't want to play a Clinks versus a Shadow Shaman because he'll just, as soon as you reveal, you're done. You could silence him, but then there's assumably going to be somebody else who has something. It's just one hero that's already good against you is kind of rough. I think that buying a couple clarities here is the right way. Clarities are so important on Bounty Hunter. I think I can do this. Maybe 3. And then buy a Fairy Fire. Help me dive a little bit more, give me some more damage. This is going to be rough. They have some tanky heroes, and Viper hurts me a lot. Blood's okay, but I don't know. I think a Diffusal on Weaver would be good, but I don't want to force his build. So I just want to mention to him that a Diffusal would be a strong item and hope that he decides to pick it up. Alright, so you're killing me. Wasn't there a challenge for getting your team money? Yep, there was. I already got it, though. Dang. I might end up buying the mech on this team, so... I like to have Greaves and Bounty. I don't like to play an aggressive Bounty with the phase boots and stuff. I like to play that supportish Bounty. And this team, I can't afford to get that close anyway. I'll just explode. And that's like a kind of communication that people will always appreciate in your games, and you should probably try to use as much as possible. You tell people, look, this is what I want to build. Their ability to kill me early is actually quite strong if they have a sentry down, which is why I'm going to wait until Weaver can ideally get some vision of who they have. This is huge for me, actually. 2 early bounties. I have a ton of money. I'll help Weaver for now. He's going to need it. I don't think I can kill Ogre. I don't know who's laning with him, though. Shadow Shaman. It's tri-lane. That's so rough. This is going to be such a rough lane up here. Blood's gonna have some trouble too. I might want to move over there because I could probably do more. Oh, sentry mid. Which is like super unfortunate. Alright, now that I have my regular boots, I can actually go places and do things. They put a ward down without my knowledge. I don't have any money for sentries. An offlane Medusa is not a thing, by the way. Don't do this in your games. This doesn't work. Shouldn't work. And that's why. Easy. It's easy to kill her. Didn't even need Silence's help. And Medusa dying is a way bigger deal than me dying, even though I gave up first blood. And she didn't even get the chance to get this rune. So I just got a free bounty rune. And I'll buy the Flying Courier in a second. Well, in a minute. Soon. I think the sentry must have died by now. Nope. Crap. It's so close. Alright, I'm gonna also try to put a ward behind the Weaver. Behind the lane for Weaver, I mean. Just trying to poke at the Ursa. He's ranged, so. He hasn't come over here yet, I don't think. Yes, he has. Wowzers. That's no good. We can't be having Viper kill Weaver that easily. Unfortunate, Bloodseeker has DC'd. I'm worried that he'll, like, you know, crash and not be able to come back or something. This is a rough lane for Weaver, and I'd love to be there, but I can't make that difference. This ward will help Weaver a lot, seeing what's coming. And that's the best I can really give him. Not have a TP yet. Shadow Shaman's coming. Go ahead, TP. Boop. Worth it. Alright, bottom seems to be the place. You gotta stun. If you're gonna go, you gotta stun immediately. It's dead Sven. Never stunned. And basically, this is just what you do as a bounty hunter in this case. You walk around, you get your good carries, some farm. Hope to get level 6 soon, because that's really what's going to tip me over to being more helpful. This is useless for me. Just what it is. It's not magic. Very calculated system for how you handle stuff like that. Don't have the power to go in there without feeding, then don't. Oh, it died. Okay. Interesting. Ooh, you get denied, Viper. Missing Viper. I want him to know that. He used that a little while ago. Rather unfortunate. He has ult. I don't know why he didn't use it. I guess he doesn't have mana. I'll just go back to base. It's not worth me staying around for Sanctuary. I'll probably be ready to fight before then. They are going crazy on our team right now. This is not going to go well. I think a Windlace could be useful here. I just want to use my mana before I shrined up. Might as well, right? I really wish I could be more help to my team right now. But it's a rough bounty hunter game. Two top. Two top. Three top. Who's Sven? Oh, Sven got a Mask of Madness too. A lot of people who just follow guides and have no consideration for who's on the team, like Ursa. This is a gone tower. This tower is not going to live, no matter what we do. Hey, that's track gold for 2 heroes. Alt Weaver, use your dang ults. I don't care if it restores you to 50 health. It would have put you in a better spot. Unfortunately, there's not a good answer to how we're supposed to handle this. It's just play better. Truthfully, we just need to stop going into bad fights. Alright, I'll have my mana boots, and I can, I guess, just exist slightly. Stun, you jerk. If you see a hero, you stun them. How hard is that to understand? Wow. Can't hit me when I'm invis. I'm trying desperately to buy like support items with Silencer, but honestly, like Sven bought a Mask of Madness and it's gonna kill us. And plus he's just playing poorly. I've seen repeatedly Sven has decided, nah, you know, using stun is not worth it here. You don't save stun to steal kills. You use stun to initiate or to counter initiate. Big shuriken hit. He's running because he's afraid. Low mana, no ults. He should be afraid. This is not a good time to fight. This is not a good time to fight. It should be blatantly obvious to my team that it's not a good time to fight. No, you left anyway. It wasn't right for this game. Thanks, team. Best I got. I wish I could finish him off, but it's death to me. I really wish I could have got that. Bloodseeker's a madman, by the way. Wasn't in time. It's too slow. Silencer should just, Viper should just hit Silencer instead of switching to Weaver. That would have been very smart. Guy's saying farm, but he's the one attacking like a madman. Guys know the meaning of, like, let it go. Diffusal on Ursa. He just no fight. No fight is above him. It's like, you know, this fight might be against the entire team, but he just won't let it go. And don't you dare start singing Frozen at me. Don't you dare. I'm not in the mood for Frozen. Dang it. Too fun. Too good. Weaver's greedy too. Ugh. Finish. Close enough, right? So, see, this is my team dying, being greedy. No. I showed up. Have it be noted. I showed up to the fight. I don't have like any mana. Outside of range? Not outside of range. Unfortunate. Getting brutalized here. And Sven is... He has a blink, and I'm happy about that, but... Absolutely. It's awful right now. I mean, I can't do anything because... I'm our 5th slot, basically. You know what I mean? Like, I encourage Silencer to go more greedy. Yet, they can't do anything. Like, Sven hasn't made a good decision since the game started. Just flat out, that's the truth. There's some mana silencer. Use it well. And this Viper is just unloading on us. Wait for what? That's money. Yes. Oh, geez. That was a good fight.
Brutal, savage, ranked.
Blood Rage Sven with ult. Very powerful. Farm. What? Are you kidding me? We're not ahead, that's true. Tried to mech Sven to give him a chance at living, but I didn't really see it happening. Alright, going back around. I got us a bunch of money during that fight, but it's not enough money to counterbalance our heavy deficit. It starts it, though. stoned. I'm still invis though. Oh. I have like no mana. No mana. Had to go back. That's money. Yes. I'll carry this to silencer. Silencer. Gifts? Oh yeah. Unfortunately, that would be abused so commonly. I have Guardian Greaves, so we have a good chance at making this happen. Oh gosh. I'm so dead. Alright, I at least buffed my team. I gave the Guardian Greaves buff, so that's something. The armor. I mean, smoking is always helpful, just if you catch people by surprise, that's the point. But you need to have vision before you smoke, that's the idea. Otherwise, you're just guessing. You know, a good thing is it seems to be working anyway. Despite the issue conceptually in what we did, my team's making it work. Don't support it, but it is what it is. Whew. He needs it. I was in a lot of those bigger fights that got me levels because I didn't die during them, so get Silencer some levels quick just so he can get a lot of his good talents and stuff. I'm not getting a rapier. Boop, 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 boop. They did smoke. I'm out of the range. I am. Weaver is not over here. It's not worth it. This is when you back up. Sven, you madman. Ready to break TP on Viper if necessary. It's not. Ogre's not that important in the grand scheme. It doesn't count, unfortunately. Wowzers. And that's Ursa. I'll never be there in time. Alright, I think a Solar Crest would be great here. Thank you, thank you. It's been a while since you've been here, Mari Marcus. If I remember correctly. These little fights are just going so well. I don't have what we need here. I can stop him for a brief second though with slows. That's me, okay. That's real Viper. Okay, we're really gonna make this a thing. I can't do anything else. Medusa's ulting. It's time to get out. Time to cut our losses, friends. Let's see if we can get a D-ward on the side. Nope, nothing. No biggie. So how we take it from here is very important. So we got a huge advantage in money since we have track. We've got a bunch of track kills now. Oh, a haste. I could utilize this haste. I'm actually gonna block this camp. I don't mind if they find it. I'm more concerned with halting their farm. Now that's a big landmark moment for Bounty. Level 3 ults. A whole 350 gold for me. And 120 for allies. It's obnoxious. Now I have a Solar Crest to help our team out. After this, I mean, I might want to go to Pipe. Pipe. Getting all those auras for my team. It's easy for me to stay there and give the auras to them without dying. They dewarded me. Huh. We didn't find anybody, unfortunately. Very sad for us. We really needed to. Silencer is... He's catching up in levels, but still behind me. I'm gonna try to be ahead of Bloodseekers so I can see any enemies coming that might come. Him being caught out is not good for us. I just get my value cloak. Now I can actually take a hit. This guy's obsessed with smoke. Smokes are great, but you have to know how to use them. Like, we can't really see a lot of them. We don't know where they all are. We see a DD Viper mid. That's all we see. We're going to go in anyway. Lunacy. Mind vision? Maybe? Crazy. Oh my god. This is going ridiculous. That's a disaster. And help my team regroup. They're ready to go again. Good things are happening. I can't believe we're gonna win this game. Because we're actually ahead of net worth now, I would say. Partially because of the bounty track. I mean, it's just very good. I have Pipe 2, which is amazing. I actually think that buying a Yules might be ideal. There are some good things you can do with the Yules against people like Shadow Shaman and stuff. I don't think it's a bad item. Trying to help Soundser because he's really on top of those wards. I'm actually really good at not dying now. Got a bunch of money from that. Nice. That just went amazingly. It's over for them. Meh. This is getting brutal. We're just taking everything they hold near and dear. At this point, just to clean up. They're just not strong enough to take us anymore because Sven's got some serious money and Bloodseeker got some serious money. I don't know why he did that. It's very strange. But that's 2 sets of racks we've taken. And I'll just stand here, keeping vision over the lane, waiting for the next creep wave. If my team wants to fight, that's fine. I'll just make sure that we make it worth it. Gives Sven some extra armor, so we can just take that. That was well played. We brought that back from destruction pretty quickly. And I got my challenge, so I'm extra happy. That's a lot of points. Yes. That's 2 levels worth. So that game, interesting as it was, I gained back 24 MMR, so unfortunately I'm still down 2, but that's not a huge deal. We made it work. I'm actually going to commend the silencer. Cool dude. So money-wise, we had a lot more money than they did at the end there. Now that was partially due to, I think, some buybacks on their part and just steamrolling, but we had a lot more. Bloodseeker was very rich. Weaver and Sven were right behind him, and I actually was catching up in money thanks to all that ridiculous track gold, which meant they were in a really rough spot. We start to snowball much faster as soon as track starts really kicking in. Most of the damage was actually Bloodseeker, Sven, and Weaver equally spread, which is a good thing. It's nice to have multiple carries who can do stuff. Viper was most of their damage, and that was one of their problems, although he did a lot. We were behind here, as you can see. It was a trend going negative, and then this kicks in right around 25 minutes. My net worth was crap, but I started catching up rapidly at 25 minutes. Oops. It's not what I meant to do. Also not what I meant to do. Graphs. Sven was always doing well. I can appreciate him for that. Bloodseeker was always doing kind of okay, and then he did much better later. Silencer was so poor. And Weaver was doing alright for the lane he was given. He was given a really crap lane. I commend Weaver for doing what he could with that lane. Well, my leg's asleep. So, their item builds. Ursa. Can't really complain, actually. Those are some normal stuff. It's normal stuff. Medusa, that's really normal stuff. Just couldn't keep up with us. Medusa needs a lot of time to farm, and unfortunately for Medusa, the game only lasted 43 minutes, which is almost enough time to get Medusa online, but just not enough. It's not quite enough. Especially since a large part of that was us pushing down their towers and her having to come to fights. Ogre might have wanted to buy the Aether Lens before he finished his Guardian Greaves, but either way, it's fine. Shadow Shaman needed an Aether Lens, didn't buy one. Atos is still cool, but, you know, Aether Lens might have been better for him. Viper built some normal stuff. Don't really know why he bought such an early Manta, though. He's throwing off Silence. That's fine, I guess. That's okay. Yeah, he did what he could. I mean, it was mostly just the matchups and the way that we start to snowball once we get enough, thank you, Silencer, for all that, by the way. Enough money. So, in this kind of matchup, they have a really good early game against us, because of Ogre, Shadow Shaman, Viper, and Ursa. And we just don't have as much, because Bloodseeker doesn't come online until a little bit later, and Weaver doesn't do enough damage early. But, as soon as we hit that point, which I guess was 25 minutes for us, where, I'm trying to actually see. Yeah, it was right around the time I hit level 12, just as a note. Partially coincidental, but right on the time where I'm getting enough money for track gold and we're getting team fights where people are dying under track, which wasn't happening as much anymore because I would die early or something. We start getting so much money, and then Sven starts to snowball, Bloodseeker starts to snowball, and it's just that kind of vicious cycle. They needed to shut us down earlier, and shut me down in particular. Now, I died 5 times, but they didn't really aim for me, and they didn't do a lot in team fights to, like, kill me, and that's the problem. You need to kill Bounty early, because otherwise, even if the team fight ends up equal as far as deaths, the team with Bounty gets a lot more money for it. And they suffered because of it. You know, it's something you have to be aware of. You have to be incredibly careful about letting Bounty be there to do tracks, essentially. But it is what it is. Not going to dwell too much on it, but that was just an interesting game. We also have great team fight, I suppose. You know, they have okay team fight with Medusa in them, but they're really, they're not big ults. Besides Medusa ult, like Silencer ult, and Sven's stun, which is really good, and the cleave Sven has, and Bloodseeker, Bloodright, you know, everything Silencer has basically. We have a lot of crowd control in that way, and we also have good counters for Ursa. Ursa doesn't handle Weaver or Silencer very well, or Bloodseeker. They're just heroes that he doesn't do well against. He can't move very easily when he has a dot on him. Somebody who's so fast, or the ability to not make him not move. Very bad for him. Shadow Shaman suffers when there's too many heroes that can kill him fast. He wants there to only be 1 or 2 carries. The problem is that Sven will kill him fast, Bloodseeker will kill him fast, Silencer will kill him fast, and Weaver will kill him fast. So who does he target? He has so many targets, and he can't cover them all. Ogre's actually good against us. He'll live throughout the initiation. Viper's good against most of us, but not so good against Weaver. Weaver runs away anyway. Weaver doesn't care. Viper, psh. No biggie. But I'm glad we won that one. It's only 9-14, it seems. And I have faith we can win this next game. And maybe it'll be a Clinks game. Who knows? I hope so. I'd like to fulfill the requests of you guys the best I can. And by the way, in the YouTube comments, if you guys leave comments, I do read them. There's not an overwhelming amount because I have a lot more attention on Twitch. Thus, when I check YouTube, it's not like a frenzy. I'll see every comment, every singular comment easily. If you guys want me to play a specific hero or explain a concept, leave a comment. I will see it and I will remember. I'm pretty good about it. But that sort of stuff. Jupiter Warlord was Weaver. Do we have Vaped? No. Aaron Black or the lads? Nope.
5 seconds remaining.
Clinks. Venomancer was banned. Suck it. Well, the guy has a smile with him too. Appreciate when there's the positive attitude. Oh, look at that. Thanks to that, I opened up a new thing. Don't think I'm going to do that. Just being honest. Actually, there's a perfect challenge for this. That one. They're losing gold. Yes. Look at all this gold they're losing. And a Viper. Ugh. Oh, how I hate Viper. Clinks isn't terrible against Viper, but it's not a great matchup. It's a random Viper, though, so I'm hoping he's not good as Viper, but you can't really bank on that. They're losing more gold. Nobody on their team wants to pick. This is painful for them. This is really going to hurt. Nyx. Nyx is okay against Clinks. Because he's going to try to sneak up on me. I'm going to try to sneak up on him. The thing is, I'm going to build an Orchid, and he's probably not going to build an Orchid. If I catch Nyx with an Orchid, he dies. He can't spike Carapace or anything. He's probably just going to die. He, on the other hand, doesn't do much to me besides by Carapace when I don't have the capability. Like stretching out my hands, I don't know why. They just like feel weird. Why? Okay, so I'm seeing here that a lot of physical damage. Something like Pugna might be okay. It's not bad. Being silenced really stinks, though. I mean, that's by Ghost Scepter from Pugna. Offlaner. We need a carry-esque offlaner. Morphling could be alright. Being silenced is disastrous for Morphling.
10 seconds remaining.
I think Pugna might be the way to go. It's hard to say. I'm not sure who the right offlaner is here. This is going to be critical. I set Lean up really well. And Pudge up really well. I think that Pugna might be the way to go. Sand King could be good too, though. But then we wouldn't really have enough carry-esque potential. I'm feeling the Sand King might be able to do something here. Slardar.
5 seconds remaining.
That's a really good idea, actually. Slardar loves to have enchanted mangoes. I'll take 3. I'll take 3 of them. Actually, this I can take that challenge for hitting the heroes with the same spell. I hit people with stun a lot. I don't know if it's enough, but well, maybe I should take. It doesn't actually matter, obviously, but I'm not picking it based on one particular spell. It doesn't. It's not relevant, but I might actually end up casting my Corrosive Haze more often too. Probably not, but you never know. I would hard counter the 2 Invis heroes. I didn't even realize they picked up a bounty hunter, to be honest. I didn't see it. They have 3 Invis heroes, actually. Changed my mind, I think. Nah. Gotta keep it. I don't know about the double down. I don't feel it. Not gonna do it. Is it over multiple matches, or...? Yep, across multiple victories. So yeah, all my stuns that hit 3 people or more. I don't expect free stuff without asking. Wowzers. We have a core error, so I'm actually not too displeased about that. Some negativity already, but I know I got my Man Weaver. That was bad. That was a bad start of that block. So as Slardar here, my treads are probably going to be very important. I don't feel comfortable with the double down because we have some problems with our late game. Because they're going to get a lot of money on Clinks and Viper, and it's going to really be painful for us. They have a Clock, Clinks, and Bounty. That range, though, jeez. It's a really rough ranged hero against us, and we don't really have a good answer for it. I want to get close enough to Clinks to do something to him, but it's probably not going to happen that way. Sorry. And the problem, too, is that this Bounty Hunter is helping them. We're going to end up needing a Pudge top. Alright, I hurt the economy. They're going to have a hard time staying around with, you know, the lack of farm. Experience and gold is something they're really going to need. I say experience weird sometimes, and I don't know why. I say normal in every other context except when I'm on stream talking about experience. There we go, that was normal. I had some weird quirks. Ah! Cool. At least he got it. Come on. He lives. Bounty Hunter took our bounty rune. What a jerk. At least it fits the name. Thanks to my mangoes, I'm actually getting decent HP regen throughout this entire endeavor. Clinks is out of tangos. Did he buy any in the first place? He should have come with me. He has aura, right? I'm assuming he does. No, he doesn't. Nobody should be there to take their rune. Upgrade stun, a little bit of a longer stun, a little bit more damage. This is going to be a rough lane in general. It's not the lane we really want to be doing. I never want to sprint while I'm being shot by Clinks. I'll take so much damage, it's not even funny. The 15% is like way more than it feels like. He's gonna keep damaging Clockwork, so he has no tangos left. We could really use Pudge here. I'm disappointed that Pudge hasn't decided on his own that he could be useful. We're not stopping Clinks from farming, and it's very unfortunate. We need to be doing more. Tried to stack it, but I was a little lazy about it. Eh. Come on, dude. Let's go. Much better. Now I have a bash chance, just like Spirit Breaker. We're gonna stun lock people. And that's the only chance we have of taking this lane, realistically speaking. He died first. So unfortunate. And we really can't expect to be like doing this solo essentially. And this is what your team. It's 8 minutes in. You know, Lena's level 7. She should be going top. Try to get kills on people. Hook. That's not a good hook. He's in there with him. Alright, I think an armlet is smart here. Ah, come on. Now that I have the attack speed, I'll bash more often, even though the chance is very low. Wow. Nick's supposed to be level 6. 9, actually. I don't want to hear Lena's opinions about if we've lost or not. Clock's missing. Oh, there's Clinks. Heck was that? Thanks, man. What a good guy. Pudge is carrying detection.
Brutal, savage, ranked.
Waiting on that. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Got some kills there. Got some money for me because I'm pretty broke. Coolio. Now just back away so that I'm not in a bad spot. All the wards are in stock. Thank you, Pudge. He just immediately bought them. Cool guy. I get close. Oh, he's visible. Ah, he threw off aggro at the last second. It's just full of negativity and nobody needs it. Eh. Eh. Some more bashes will be helpful. Lock down these jerks. I need Armlet, and then I'm going to get a... Armlet's a little bit bad against Viper, but the rest of them is good. Armlet, and then I'll probably go into my Blink Dagger. This is very unfortunate. Sad, sad day. We're gonna lose our mid tower. It's because they're already grouped together. And I actually already, just before we even get to the stats at the end of this game, if we lose, I blame Lena. She hasn't really been helpful at all. She never came top. Even though she should have. She would have got easy kills. Just throws terrible stuns, I guess. Eh. Leave me alone, I'm so dead. Yep. This is also a double melee versus Clink's lane. He picked the right target there. That was really smart, actually. Spirit Breaker, instead of committing to the Clockwork, decided he's too far, get the Viper instead. And then Pudge actually threw a sweet ult. Mana's more important here. Got Clinks, it was worth it. Totally worth it. It's close, but it was worth it. I tried to buy out so I didn't lose a lot of gold. Now I have the most kills on the team. Sweet. Level 2 ult, so that's even more armor shred to help out our team. His Midas is really killing him right now. I don't really support the Midas buy. I'm still stunning. Focusing on Viper. Worth. So worth. I'm letting them have it now. This is great. This is the Slardar dream. That bash was so good for us. That extra 120 damage is what killed him before me, so I got the levels for it. Thanks to that, I'm equal level with Lina, too. Ah. He tried, but that's done. Can I get like a kill here? He can get a stun if he's smart. Q him. Q him. Q! You idiot. I'm actually going to sell this just so I can get this faster. And Valkyries is probably what I want to buy. No, actually. Okay. Thanks. At level 15, I'm going to take the attack speed. I would have liked to take the health regen, but it just wasn't the right option. You just need that mana because I need to cast for my team. That's the more important things to set up. At least I bashed him. He's healing it back very fast, unfortunately. Try to think how I can turn this around easily. There isn't really an easy way, but there are some things we might be doing to be a little bit more productive. Sticking together was a good one. Spirit Breaker needs dust. That was a good Yules. What killed me? I wasn't silenced. His Orb of Venom killed me. Oh my god. If I had just waited a second, I would have been fine. That's unbelievable. We need more time, I think. But Bounty's going to give them more and more gold as time passes, so we're kind of stuck. I could slaughter Bounty right now, but he'll likely have a teammate around. I know that I would. Alright, now I'm happy. I got my medallion. Gives me a little bit of armor while I'm not activating it. I'm gonna go with the team. It's probably best for us to play together right now. I don't mind giving it to her, it's fine. $50 gold, and I have my my beautiful, beautiful item. Soul Crest. That's fine. Dying a Viper there, not a big deal at all. I got so much for that fight. Oh good, the top tower actually fell just by itself. Awesome. On my level 3 ult, that's an extra 5 armor shred off them, which makes it dramatic when Weaver hits them, especially because the Deso he has. I'll be buying an Assault Cuirass for the extra 5 shred. And our armor matters a lot too. They'll be trying to hit us, Clinks and Viper, and we'll just resist it entirely. I'm Mr. Armor Shred. No need to buy a Deso, which is nice, since Weaver handled that. So I'm just going to be the Assist Armor Shredder. I already have a ton of armor myself. I'm at 31, which is really nice. Makes it easier to armlet toggle when you don't take a lot of damage from the attacks. 67% resistance. Here's a blade mail. Yep, this game actually might just end like this. This is, we're very ahead now. That was a good random hook. Good job, Pudge. All these bashes. Pudge is healing. Just kill Nyx as fast as possible. I hate to have left the team like that, but I wasn't gonna die for nothing. Now I attack super fast. I actually hit pretty hard too. So hopefully we should be able to destroy like Nyx and stuff. Ancients are affected by corrosive haze as well. I don't know why he would steal that. I don't get it. Yeah, I don't think so. I'm farming here. Guys are jerks, actually. That's not cool. Just about to get what I needed there. So close. I guess instead I'll just send the recipe. Definitely taking the bash chance for that lockdown. I'll armlet to take this tower down faster. I think it's worth it. Don't care. I really wish our ranged person had finished the tower off, but that's okay. That is a painful, painful place to be for Viper. So, I'm about to get my Assault Cuirass, which will make me super strong. The extra Shred will make my attacks and my spells do more damage since this is physical. Leveling up too, which just means even more damage. I think next would probably be a BKB. I have 42 armor now, which is pretty ridiculous. I'm not really afraid of being hit by physical attacks anymore. It's spells that are going to hurt me, like Nyx. It's fine. I took a rack, so I don't even care. That's the first set of racks. I love it. It's a nice hook by Pudge, just a little bit off. Weaver is trying to split push here. Much love. Pudge was right to hold ult because it would have just got cancelled. He got cancelled there by Clock too. This is a rough game for Pudge. But he's still doing everything he can. She had some mana, but she didn't have a lot. She was gaining it fast. I don't know if she had stun at the time. She also might have been trying to save for Yules in case something went terribly. I won't blame her for that. We do need to take more for this, though. We can't just let it be that, you know, we team wipe and only get that racks or just kind of push up. We need to kill more of their heroes, definitely. Hoping I can get Bounty to appear here again. If I can kill him easy. That's Bounty, okay. Get that negative armor. She's taking that one, I'm taking this one. Cool. Both shrines are gone, we got a lot of money for it. And we just reduced their ability to TP outside their base. Very advantageous spot. And we're ready to go at this point. I'm a little bit tankier than I was. Nix isn't going to feel comfortable coming forward now. We just need Pudge to hook somebody off high ground and the fight will start. And it should go in our favor. There's their vision. That's okay. As long as we get something for the experience, it's fine. Nice. This is going to be a win, guys. I mean, we got 2 sets of racks on them, and we still have a tier 1 tower, although we won't have it for long. I'm going to stall this so that they don't get buyback money or anything out of it as soon as they might like. Still going down. I mean, there's no stopping that. Alright, tier 4. That irreplaceable thing. That's both tier 4s, an inside shrine for extra money for us. It's over, they can't stop us now. I promise you, because of the mid-game to late-game plays, Lena was not... She played okay, but she's not the reason we won. She's just part of it. Alright, so we were down 2. So we're up 22 MMR for the whole day, which is always wonderful. I like to see the damage real quick. And she did a little bit more than Weaver, but not by a lot. And we were all really up there. But she's going to pretend it was all her, despite all of the fights that I got in and got a ton of stuff done. I'll commend him. Cool dude. Started off positive, didn't really say much negative. Always appreciate that. So, money-wise, Lena and Weaver were top of our team. Weaver only beat Lena because of the Midas, so that is what it is. The rest of us weren't even that far behind, to be honest with you. Their carries had plenty of money. I mean, obviously, a lot less because they were losing at the end, but they were doing fine prior to that. I can have an appreciation for the fact that they lost it because of all that crud. We didn't have a lot of support items bought, if you subtract the gem, because gem support item, but I'm not going to count it in this case. We only had the 1,000 on Pudge throughout the whole game and 410 on Spirit Breaker. But I can appreciate that somebody bought something. So they actually had a huge advantage on us. 20 minutes, that's when we were really struggling. A couple team fights here, like this here, here, and here, what really brought it back for us. And then it started to spiral out of control. So I was doing really poorly up until about that 20-minute mark, and I gained a lot of net worth from all those fights, which was huge for us. Spirit Breaker also gained a good amount of net worth there. Weaver was always doing alright. Pudge gained some good net worth there too, and Lena was doing alright for most of the game. Funny enough, Weaver had more net worth than Lena for most of the game. Midas probably is part of that, but still. Their problem really relied on the fact that Nyx gained ground early and then completely fell off here. And you can see it, he just fell flat. No longer useful. Bounty, same thing. Viper and Clinks were the only people on their team who was really maintaining, and they didn't maintain enough by themselves. I countered Clinks anyway, so it's kind of what you expect. Item-wise, for us, I just don't like that the Midas in the safe lane, the solo safe lane. I think that was really a waste. Clock built some reasonable items. He was going for an Atos, I guess. Never really finished it. No, he was building a drum. He's building a drum. Drum's good. I don't have a problem with that. Nyx bought Aetherlens, which is very good. A Blade Mail to try to counter Weaver and Lena. I get that. Bounty went Medallion into Mech, which is fine. I think the Vlad's is dumb. What is he building a Vlad's for? I don't think that his carries really need the lifesteal. He doesn't need the lifesteal. I think it's a dumb item. I see it all the time, and I don't get it. It doesn't do anything for them. It's a waste. Clinks did some basic stuff. Early Bloodthorn might have been a small problem. He might have been able to benefit from a Dragon Lance early. I think the Dragon Lance would have been better, but it's not a huge deal. It's not like disastrous or anything like that. This game basically came down to the fact that I was a hard counter to part of their team, as was Spirit Breaker, because when he charges, you can see where they are, even if you can't attack. You can still cast spells. Pudge is great at pulling people out of position. Bounty Hunter and Clinks and Nyx do not want to be out of position, and Pudge is really strong against that. Lena has a good stun to set up after Pudge, or after my stun, or after Spirit Breaker. We have a lot of stun setups, and our stuns really crap all over Bounty Hunter and Clinks and Nyx. They don't like to be stunned for a long time, so we can kill whoever we want. Whoever's more relevant at the time, we just kill. And it got to the point where we had enough money from a couple good team fights where they didn't manage to kill me. I got my stuns off, got some kills, the rest of our team monopolized, that they couldn't stop us. In the late game, Slaughter can turn into a carry, Spirit Breaker can turn kind of into a carry, Weaver's a carry, Lena's a carry. Clockwork never really comes online as much as you might like. Bounty Hunter's not really going to come online anytime soon. It takes forever. Like, literally forever. So they're just going to suffer. Like, they're not going to be able to keep up. Like, Nyx can be dangerous, but it takes a long time, too. Their mid-game carry is really weak. They only have these two, and we have a lot stronger carries for that part of the game. So it just came down to, we exploited their weakness, whether it be intentional or not. We exploited the fact that they couldn't do anything about us. Either way, as I said previously, we went up 22 MMR today, total, putting us at 3,364. I am pleased with that number. That is a great thing. So I got to call it a night because it's just after 10 and I really have to pee. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video/stream, and I will see you guys next time.